異世界キッチン。
Have you ever wanted to eat mushroom feet? Because today we're making mushroom and scorpion hot pot from Dungeon Meshi. One of the first things you want to prepare is the broth. You can skip this if you're using pre-made stock like chicken, vegetable, or beef. But my version uses kombu, which needs to be soaked for some time. I know, it's not really canon, but we also don't have scorpions, do we, smartass? Cut small slits all over like it's your... After that, I'm adding 8 cups of water. I suggest you use a larger vessel so that you don't have to refill and pour, refill and pour. Refill and pour. Let your kombu soak up to 3 hours or 20 minutes if you forgot like me. Chances are you also forget to defrost your scorpions. At least I don't live with my mom anymore, so I won't get yelled at.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine.
I'm okay, I'm fine, Quinchana.
Luckily, my 3-second rule is really long. Place your shrimp in a warm bath to defrost it quickly. This is also a good point to cook rice. It's optional, but I would be really disappointed in you if you don't. Place mash or pass your shrimp and mince them until they become a paste-like consistency. Transfer your shrimp glue to a mixing bowl and add 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, 1 tablespoon of Shaoxing wine, some black pepper, some salt, and 1 egg white. Don't worry, you can add the egg yolk to the soup later so that it's not wasted. Mix well. I'm muting this part because we're a PG channel. Next, we have to make the scorpion shell. If you're Jeff Bezos, you can just use lobsters, but for the rest of us peasants, we're gonna use bell pepper. Cut the bell pepper into 3 or 4 sections like so. And then shovel the shrimp paste from before into the shells. Make sure to fill all the crevices, but don't overfill them too much. If you're super duper lazy, you could just stuff the shrimp directly in the peppers and call it a day, but I tested this way and they overcook super easily and become really tough. The next ingredient is probably what you're really here for. Feet. If you don't have them casually growing in your shower or backyard, I recommend using oyster mushrooms and shimeji mushrooms as a replacement. Prep is relatively easy. Remove the legs and then cut the oyster mushroom in half and then slice it to about this thickness. No, I'm not farting, that's just a very dull knife. Rinse the shimeji mushrooms and cut off the root. You can also use fresh shiitake mushrooms, but they're really expensive, so I'm just gonna use dried ones. These are dried Chinese ones, so they have a different flavor profile. I like it in broth, but I find them kinda chewy, so I usually don't eat them. Once the shiitake mushrooms have rehydrated, you can cut ninja stars into them, because do you even like anime if your mushrooms don't look like this? For the grave lettuce, sub it with 5 leaves of a Napa cabbage or any leafy greens you like. That kinda sounds like my joints when I work out. When using the leafy parts, pretend that a cartel boss is in front of you and threatening you to roll some of your best fruit roll-ups. Obviously you kinda suck at it, so now your family is dancing with the stars. This looks nothing like the grave lettuce, but it tastes good. For the grapefruits, I'm subbing with mountain yam, but potatoes are good too. I tried to be cool like Shanshi, who peeled it with a knife and almost cut my hand off. I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but if you like having hands, I suggest using a peeler. I also recommend wearing gloves as the yam juices made my hands super itchy. And then just half the yam and quarter it. The last ingredient is dried slime, aka shirataki noodles. You can find them in Asian grocery stores, or my local grocery calls them 0-calorie spaghetti. Now that all the ingredients are prepared, we can cook. Heat up your dashi on medium heat and let it simmer for about 10 minutes. Now remove the kombu, as overcooked kombu will produce a bitter taste. Add 4 to 5 tablespoons of miso to taste. I also add 2 of these convenient anchovy tablets for added umami, but if you don't have any, well, sucks to be you. Add 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. Now add all the ingredients we have prepared so far. If you care about aesthetics, pour the broth into a separate container first. I didn't think about it and everything was floating around when I was trying to get a thumbnail shot. Heat the hot pot to a boil and let it cook for another 5 minutes or so. When the ingredients are all done, we are ready to eat. Let's give it a taste. If you like hot pot type dishes, this is pretty easy to make. The warm broth is light and homely without being too rich. All you have to do is chop up the ingredients and throw them into a pot because you don't really need it to look nice for it to taste good. Make it last longer by heating it up on the stove and adding more ingredients. At the end of the day, I think that food is an art medium just like anime and manga. When you follow a recipe, it'll probably come out looking different, and that's perfectly fine. Your food is a reflection of your experiences and personality, so feel free to change up the ingredients, portions, and seasonings to suit your taste and lifestyle. I made this recipe how I would want to eat it, and so should you. Okay, thanks, bye!